And we are live. Hello, everyone. Hello, all nobody who's here. Until, presumably, Elf shows up.
Oh, you know me. Hi. And what are you playing?
I am playing Little Witch in the Woods, this game I picked up, the game I learned about because it was on the list of games that got delayed when Silksong came out. And I looked at it, I was like, this looks adorable, let's grab it. And then I never played it for a really long time.
No.
I wonder where the carrot
Life,
was.
life gets in the way.
Life does get in the way.
Much to my chagrin. There's a reason this stream is going on after 8 on my end.
Oh, we're up to...
Life gets in the way.
Yeah. Found everything except the carrot. It's good that we never found the carrot. This is something I... There's something off about that legendary carrot soup recipe. Oh, boy.
What? Oh, in Minecraft?
No, in this game. In Little Witch.
You said... Oh, wait, have you already...
Carrot.
This isn't your first session, right?
This is. I've never played this game before.
Legendary carrot. Okay.
Never checked the men's
missed
restroom.
something there. What the heck?
You actually have. Trez, we never checked the men's restroom. You actually had some shame? I thought you knew nothing but adventures. We searched the whole school, safe for that place, but never found the carrot.
See, you were saying that. I didn't realize you were talking dialogue from the game.
Yeah, I am.
So that's what legendary carrot. Did you just get? Oh wait, this is from Minecraft. Because I didn't think you're at the start of the game. I didn't know you were talking to someone.
Evidently I'm talking to my hat, which I didn't realize the hat talked. But I guess it does have a face on it, so.
While I'm thinking about it, did you say that Neverwitch, the game that's it's not by, but Pocket Pair is the publisher for it, the people that make Palworld, where you play as, it looks like Metroidvania mixed with Super Mario Odyssey, you know, the hat possession mechanic?
Oh, yeah.
It looks pretty adorable too. I was talking about another game while you're on this game, but
No, that's fine.
it
Honestly,
reminds me of...
I think the vibe is more just chilling here, chatting, as opposed to while playing a new game.
Chilling out, max and relax and all cool.
Something like that, yeah.
Shooting some b-ball. That's okay.
See how I also know that this game, it has your classic. It's like just a pure keyboard game, which means, and it's my immediate thought is, oh, this game must be out of Japan because it uses Z and X for confirm and deny.
Oh. That is a choice, all right.
Well, because you use the arrow keys to move and then Z and X to select select like the confirmation and cancel buttons. It is not unusual. I see it a lot.
By default, they don't use WASD for movement, right?
Well, it's for games which like don't need a mouse and don't need a controller. Those are the buttons you typically like. If it's all on the keyboard, that's your control scheme usually. So your right hand is doing movement, your left hand is doing text, chat, what have you.
Yeah, that makes sense. When I was playing Doom back in ye olden days, Doom is an old enough FPS that you didn't use WASD yet. That was popular. That was what would you say? Yeah, popularized with Quake. But in Doom, you still used up, down, left, right. To this day, it still feels more natural for me to use up, down, left, right. Use the arrow keys instead of using WASD.
Just because you played Doom?
Because I played, well, you know, it's the whole, you get used to one controller or one style, and you have to try to move from that to other things, but it's easier to just stick with what you have.
See, all of my early video game experience was on things like Club Penguin, where you clicked to move your character.
Oh, dear God. Yeah, that sounds miserable. I mean,
Club Penguin was great. What are you talking about?
Oh, the clicking to move everywhere.
It
Every
works.
game becomes cookie clicker.
Well, I mean, it works.
I'm glad it does.
Oh my gosh, that pout face is so adorable.
Alright, you sold me. Wait a minute, if you go on Steam, is this one of those games where the first two tags are going to be cute and funny?
No.
Little Witch No Beta is like that.
Is it?
Seriously, it
Oh
has the cute and
god.
funny as the first two tags.
The first tag is cute, but then the second one is pixel graphics. Cute pixel graphics,
Okay.
magic simulation, casual puzzle.
Oh, okay. It's not in there that early. Hey, hey. Hmm.
What's the
Where is my
Nobletta? Little Witch Nobletta?
Nobeta? Nobeta. Nobeta.
Oh yeah, there it is. It is
I'm
cute
no
and
better
funny.
than
Oh
you.
my god.
Yeah. It
Why
it
internet?
attracts exactly
Why?
the audience you think. That's why. It's unfortunate. It's exactly those people.
Magna cum laude. That's a term related to school. I don't remember what it means
Yes.
though.
It's top of your class. It's not a
Ah,
direct translation, but that's what it means. So when
got
you
it.
graduate with high enough honors in from college, they can give you the added title Magna Cum Laude or Summa Cum Laude, or just Cum
Okay.
Laude is the lowest of those.
The horror rabbit was as big as a house.
That's that's
Evidently,
the
our
legitimate.
protagonist Ellie here is magna cum laude, despite breaking into the principal's office 3 times.
Oh, basically it means a very smart troublemaker is the profile they're giving her,
Yes.
I guess. So me, just like me for real.
Uh, I just also
I should.
realized there's a cat bartender sitting in the corner.
Oh, here we go. Now that the statute of limitations has expired, I could tell you about some stuff that I did in school
Oh
that would
no.
get me. Oh no. Oh no.
It's like
No.
a leopard person bartender, and he has slicked
Oh,
back black hair, and I'm like, why?
it's not Slickback. It's a pimp named Slickback. You have to say the whole thing, like a Tribe Called Quest. Man, that was one of the shows of all time.
What? The terrible city of wolves.
Right? Some of these I'm having to go back over with a second coat. White is a notoriously thin paint, or tends to be notoriously thin, and so you can see with just one coat the layer underneath,
The
which
whites I
isn't really a bad
use
thing.
isn't really that thin. I guess. Well, is it a base paint or is it a layer paint that you're using?
Well, this is a base paint.
Oh, huh.
You would think that would be it, but no.
Maybe try
You don't.
Corax white at some point if you need a thicker white, because I think that one is a bit thicker.
Right, I'm using white scars, so maybe it's just this particular paint.
Yeah.
It may very well be. I don't think I'm thinning down
No.
too much, but that could be part of it as well. I'm of the opinion generally better to be too thin than to be too thick. Too thin, you can always add some more later. Too thick, and you have to strip it, which is less than
Yeah.
fun.
Agreed. Although sometimes you want something thin. I distinctly remember when I was doing when I was painted the Dark Souls painted world figures that I did. You know the
Right.
crow, those crow dudes
Yeah.
that fly at you. Them when I was painting the white onto them, I having because it was a black base. I used a
Yes.
black, not a base, but a primer. They were a
Yeah.
black primer that I painted white on top
Undercoat.
of,
Yeah. Oh.
and then I put a layer of Nuln Oil on top of that, and it kind of gave me the perfect sort of like it gave me like the perfect sickly white that I was kind of going for because it looks white, but it doesn't like look like natural white.
Is this one of the ones you posted pictures of in the server
I
as
believe
just
I
a long
posted
time ago?
photos of it in the server a while back.
I may have to run back and go take a look at those then. So that might give me some inspiration. I don't have a proper setup for painting where I don't have an overhead camera. So it would be, or a behind the back camera. It means I have to lean further forward than I'm used to, and so I keep forgetting to lean forward for painting so that other people can see it. Just the joy of doing one of these in real life, I guess.
So this university student will break into the principal's office 3 times, but will not partake in underage drinking. Okay, I guess one of those
Yeah,
probably
well, I
should
mean
not be.
that's a much higher level, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think. It's Bart Simpson, right? He's mischievous, but at least sometimes pretends to have a heart of gold. Sometimes.
I mean, that's one of my at least like Homer. That's one of the. I'd like to think Homer has a good heart,
Oh yeah.
unlike
I,
unlike Mr. Peter Griffin, Family Guy, who does not.
yeah. That's not where I thought you were going with that, but you are correct. You are based and correct.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't seen either of the shows,
he's
but
not.
just like of the shorts that get fed me, there's a reason I enjoy the Simpsons ones more
Oh
than the
yeah,
Family Guy ones.
same. I thought you were going to go with Abe. Abe is his dad, and who is very much not a good person. He's not depicted to be all that great. Neglectful father, and it's a minor miracle that he actually is in the nursing home and they come and visit him more than once and ever.
Hmm.
Let's see. There are two different official color schemes for Farsight enclaves. The most recent one actually paints the tips of the missiles, as black. The one that I had looked at painted them white. I guess you could go with either one.
Oh no.
I'm not sure which one I think I like more.
Oh no. The hat's name. It's Virgil. Oh no.
Hey,
Uh oh.
is it the storm that is? No.
Approaching.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot of that to send
Yeah.
to some of my friends.
Do it. You will sell some of them on the game. I'm sure.
I don't know.
Just by showing
My
that.
friends who will find that funny are this is not the kind of game that they would play.
I'm looking to see if any more of them happen to need some touch up while I have the brush out. Although this brush is starting to get frayed, so it may not be long for this world.
Keywords is speech. Use keywords to talk to villagers to ask them questions about specific games. There are general keywords and special keywords. General keywords are permanent keywords that pop up. Such requests that are removed after a certain number of uses.
General keywords, Captain Obvious, Major Awesome, and the rest of them. The rest of the gang. I'm just going to set this one to the side. I need to do more than just that with the white. But I haven't decided what I want to do with the missiles just yet. I have the Farsight Enclave's holiday box that I'm going to use as color reference. You won't see it quite the same way that I see it because it's chroma keying out green and close to green, but it should be pretty close. It actually makes the gun on the broadside look a little bit different, look a little bit off. Yeah,
And
let's see.
that is a wolf that is in a tuxedo. How dashing.
Perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
falling in love with this world building already.
That is a good. I was about to say good problem to have. No, that's just good.
I am. I play a lot. I play a lot of games where it's like I play FromSoft games. I played Expedition 33. I play a lot of like
Hey,
difficult games, and I do enjoy those kinds of like very sort of combat focused, difficult, lore heavy world building is. But I also just really enjoy sitting back with one of these nice relaxing games every so often.
there's nothing wrong with that. As the guy who plays Elden Ring to relax, I don't know what you're talking about with that. I did that. I came back one day from work and then just quickly threw a stream together. What am I going to play? Something nice and relaxing, right?
Elden
Elden Ring,
Ring.
yeah.
What could
Uh,
possibly go wrong?
I think Palworld is probably a better one for me like that. I still treat it like Dark Souls, but I it's a much more I can turn off my brain and just play it sort of game.
Yeah. See, right now, Right now, my relaxing chill game is Slime Rancher or Slime Rancher 2. Um,
Oh, okay.
that I've been enjoying. I need to go back. For a while, it was Factorio, which might sound weird, but it's kind of therapeutic. Putting those factories together. I need to go back and actually beat the game though.
Yeah. I believe you though. Actually, you're not the first person to have that opinion that I've found, and you won't be the last. I guess we have. Oh, hold on. This one might be open. This one's open. Just a quick sec. I'm going to see if I can find Retributor armor in here somewhere. It's a. I said earlier former. It is a former Citadel color because Citadel does not exist anymore. I think they've actually completed that transition. Now they're Warhammer paints.
Oh, did they? Oh, I did
Officially.
not know that.
Yeah.
That must have been recent.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, it's recent.
So all of my
You are
bottles still
right.
say Citadel on them.
Yep. I think that they announced it a couple months ago, and I think that they're rolling it out over time. It's Have you ever seen one of those ad campaigns? Not ad campaigns. One of those company logos where it goes from being something unique and stands out to graphic design is my passion, and it just looks simple like everything else. I got that impression from the transition from Citadel to Warhammer Paint. It, Credit where credit's due, the font that they used for Citadel definitely stands out. And then the Warhammer Paint one looks simple by comparison. An example would be Patreon going to their new, I say new logo as if they didn't do that 5,000 years ago. Or Pringles, removing the outline from the man and just going with a much more simplistic design. Cracker Barrel tried to do that, but they rolled it back. That one was recent. That one was what, a few months ago?
Okay. So what I'm getting from this game right now is
Yeah.
I'm on a train to a place called like Hightown, I think, or Highlandton, and
Okay.
this theory, what was told to me by my hat and by the bartender is, oh, whenever you arrive, you need to take off your shoes. And it's, I guess I wasn't like buying in, so I was asking around, and I just came across some guy who's like, "Yeah, no, that's just something that people tell newcomers to make fun of them."
Oh, just like real life. No. Yes. Hazing. You're getting hazed.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what's happened here.
Yeah, quick sec. Let me see if I can find one of my. This is going to sound strange. I like to paint sometimes with push pins for the extremely small point. Where did they go? I'm sure that sounds odd, but the reason is it's just a very thin, uh, small little point that I could actually use to fit into places that I would not want to try to do with a paintbrush
Yeah,
because I don't want to get any of the areas around it.
right.
Um, Hold on, you might not be able to hear me for just a second. I'm going to stand up and see if I can. Oh, yay! The microphone's tied. Never mind, I can't. Where
It
did I
definitely
put
has Phoenix,
those?
but God, Phoenix is expensive
Right.
tickets.
You'll be able to hear you, but not me for just a moment. I will be, hopefully, just a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh no, I'm all alone. Must be hiding in a cave with a tiled chamber deep within. There would be a tall pillar, strange statues, and a giant door, in front of which you will find. Sounds like the prologue to a story where you awaken a terrible demon. Wait, hold on, Virgil. Shut up and look out the window at the summit of the
Oh
mountain.
no.
There's a gigantic shining tree. A gigantic shining tree? Why is it shining? Does it have luminous flowers? It must be beautiful up close. Give it up.
Trigger decorated it.
Give it up.
Put
This
some
train won't
tinsel on
stop for
it.
2 days.
Yeah.
Ugh, I want to get out now. I hope we crash.
Let
What do
me
you
out!
mean you
Let
hope
me
we'd
out!
crash? That chance of that happening, so just stay bored.
Ah,
After all, you signed up for 3 years of even more boredom. Hello.
Hey, Tim. Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
you got space for one more?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. We're just hanging out for a little bit.
Let
I
me.
am painting my models. What are
And
you up to?
I am live streaming Little Witch in the Woods.
Yeah. I hopped back into Sekiro today.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
nice. Yeah, you took a break from that for a while, I remember. Or at least I haven't
I've
seen
been
an
playing
update from you
Minecraft.
in a bit. Oh, yeah, that's right. That will do it.
Right now
I
I'm
am
just
using it. Yes?
hmm? No, sorry, you
What's
go.
up? I'm using
You
a
go first.
push pin to paint my models.
Ah,
A push pin. That's fun.
yeah.
It's
Right.
it's for getting into grooves where I want to get paint, but I don't want a brush to paint over
Yeah.
the area around it. And
Added
a push
you
pin, by
to the
being solid,
reactive.
oh
Hmm.
nice, very good, is
Oh, constrictors.
no, by being solid, I don't have to worry about it hitting
This
the
isn't the
areas around it.
jungle. Train
Oh dear.
robbers. This isn't the Wild West. It's a healing game, remember?
Oh dear.
I don't know you say
Right now I'm
that,
just
but like.
CJ is doing the voice acting for the game.
ah.
Voice
Hey,
acting.
a
He's
boa
reading the
constrictor.
dialogue.
The correct line is, "What's going on?"
Mm,
Station station here. Why are we stopping? Not sure. Maybe there's something wrong with the train. I doubt it's a boa constrictor, though. Yes, I think a boa constrictor would be a bit too small to stop a train.
you would hope. If not,
You would
you have
think,
bigger problems to worry about, literally.
like a large boa constrictor.
Yeah. Did I show you pictures of I found an alligator on my vacation? If I
Ooh.
did not, I should post those in the server.
Apologize for
Oh
the
dear.
inconvenience. Critical issue, perhaps.
So Tim, an alligator is a crocodile that is Florida man.
I look way too happy about this fact this train has experienced a critical issue. Yes!
Uh-oh. Well, it means you're less bored now, right?
The train will
It
stop
wasn't
until
that much.
tomorrow morning and the departure time. Can we go outside?
Right now I'm just picking up some money and experience.
Okay.
I'll be back in a bit.
There's a couple
Please avoid water too
prosthetic
far
tools
from the
I
train.
want to upgrade.
Not sure if you remember, but
Uh,
of course I remember. Shining tree is at the peak. No, not that.
Firecrackers, Tim?
To get back by
Hmm?
tomorrow morning.
Uh,
Firecrackers.
the ones that you were trying to upgrade? I was
Oh,
wondering
that's
which
good.
tools you were.
Right now it's the lapis,
Oh,
the
that's a good one.
shuriken,
Yeah,
lapis
that's a good
shuriken,
one.
and the prerequisite for that one, the feathers thingy.
Okay.
Those two. And
I
the
think the
skills I
most
want. Hmm? Yeah.
I think the one that I used the most, CJ was there, he could probably say, the tool that I use the most in Sekiro is probably the firecrackers, right?
The firecrackers, I would argue, is one of the most useful tools in that game.
Yeah. You know, even if it's not Gyobu, most enemies won't get stunned as much as Gyobu does, or his horse. But it's
You're
still a
forgetting the
useful little.
you're forgetting the other one,
Oh, well,
Monkey Man.
just in general, it's good as a combo interrupt sometimes.
Oh
You
yeah.
can stop. You can attack as many times as it takes until they're about to counterattack, or until they're about to parry, and then you throw the firecrackers in to make it your turn. It's the RPG. When is it my turn? But for Sekiro.
I haven't used it a lot, but I have tried it out a bit recently. I missed it at first, so I didn't find it until
Oh,
quite a bit later.
I actually did in my first playthrough too. I didn't find
Actually,
the merchant for it.
I don't think I found it until after I beat Corrupted Monk, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a secret.
Earlier today, I reached Ishin.
Nice. Oh, wait, wait,
Nice.
wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. You reached Ishin?
Ishin Ashina.
Ishinashi.
Yep. The Glock Saint.
Yeah.
It's Sword Saint, but it's the Glock Saint.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
was
haven't
like,
even explored it
you.
once yet.
Okay, okay. Just I was like making sure. I was like, wait, no, you beat Owl already, so I know which Ishin.
Yeah, the one you fight.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect him to come out of Genichiro's shoulder, though.
Yeah. Okay. So that's part of the lore.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what the Black Mortal Blade. Its whole gimmick is it can open portals to the underworld.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be kind of the opposite of the regular Mortal Blade in that the Mortal Blade kills things that can't be killed normally. The Black Mortal Blade brings things back to life by opening a hole to the underworld. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was something like that.
It's unfortunate because you can tell that Genichiro goes on a journey. He goes on an arc off camera. He must have gone on something similar to you to get the Mortal Blade in
Mhm.
order to get the Black Mortal Blade. But yet because you only see it for one fight and one phase of one fight, it doesn't get
Mhm.
it feels like there's more to be fleshed out there.
Yeah, it did feel kind of sudden and unexplained. Like I go on this whole journey to get the immortal blade, and then hey, I got one too.
There is, yeah, there is that.
So
There is,
okay,
however, some
there is a
backstory behind it that you can find elsewhere in the game. Sorry, what were you about to
there.
say,
I was gonna
CJ?
say there is a lore
I'm sure there
reason why
is.
they were able to find it so easily, probably. Because we know that Tomoe found the Black Mortal Blade, and Genichiro was Tomoe's disciple, I believe. So
Yes.
it's very likely that you just got it from he just knew where it was and just I guess walked into Tomoe's stash and grabbed it.
Pretty much. It is referenced in a scroll that you find in Ashina Castle. So
Hmm.
it doesn't come completely out of nowhere, but you don't have a whole lot of lead up to it, and it isn't
Mhm.
especially fleshed out. And yes, Tomoe is the lightning, the one who invented the art of catching lightning, I believe. And
Mhm.
Genichiro, therefore, that's where he got it from.
Yeah.
I've picked up
And
a stick.
funnily enough, Genichiro is. How far you haven't beaten Ishin yet, right?
No, I haven't even death him a single time yet.
Oh
Oh, okay,
yeah,
so you won't actually know this. I'll tell you later. Never mind, because that's kind of a spoiler. Not really. I want you to experience the fight, the full fight, as
Mhm.
it is intended first.
Yeah.
I'm technically done, but I'm just going to go around to do all of the all of the model. Okay, so I'll tell Tim what I told CJ earlier. In order to have a model considered battle ready, technically battle ready means you can play it in an official game and not lose points for having unpainted models.
That's a
Technically,
thing.
that's a thing, yeah.
I
You
was
only
surprised
have to
as well.
have three colors on it. Technically, I have three colors on this one, but I mean, you wouldn't really know it, so I'm going to keep adding colors. Eventually, they'll all be what's called parade ready, which is just finished. You know, add all the colors, make something cute with the base, or cute, it's cool with the base. You know, just finished. But if all you care about is just playing them in a tournament, yeah, and I was telling CJ, I think the reason they do it that way is to incentivize, at the very least, is to incentivize other people who wouldn't normally paint to paint, but also they have their own paint line, so they make money
Mhm.
off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect a fake fan tax.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
That's a good way of putting it too. Fake fan. This Warhammer is one of those hobbies that one of the reasons it's hard to recommend to someone is that because it's so expensive, that's number one. But two, because it's so expensive, you better be a fan of every aspect of it in order to get your money's worth. So if
Mhm.
all you want to do is, what all do you do when you build a model? When you have a model, you build the model, you uh, paint the model, and you play with the model. If there's one of those that you don't want to do, then there are games that have only one or two of those aspects. For example, if you just want to build and not paint, Gunpla, building Gundams, is probably a much better use of your time and money because you don't have to worry about them, and it's almost always cheaper. Gunpla is
Mhm.
usually much cheaper. Of course, that one is just building. You don't play with them as well.
if
They
you
can
just
afford
want,
to, yeah.
sorry, I
You
was
just
saying
want,
if you just want to paint and play, there are plenty of board games out there that come with unpainted models.
right, that's right. And even something like Infinity, which is a game that I play as well, that is made by a Spanish company called Corvus Belli. It's a skirmish-based game. The models themselves are in so few pieces that you're not really getting the build side of it too much. Very, very little of it. So and you still paint and you still play with them, and those are cheaper generally. They came out with a new game called Warcrow that is significantly more expensive, unfortunately. But even then, it's still cheaper than Warhammer, and they have an official proxy policy. If you don't have a model, and the model that you're trying to proxy uses the same base size, because that actually matters for game purposes, then just let your opponent know that you're using it, and you can use another model from the game as that model.
Mhm.
So that's a nice pro-consumer way of doing it. Hey, you don't have to have all the models to be able to play.
Wow.
It's pretty, I like that. It's a good, unfortunately, games like Warhammer are so big in the space that unless you're doing something unique, it's hard to stand out. It's hard to make a name for yourself. And
Yeah.
that's certainly a way to do it. It certainly is. So you're grinding for the lapis now? Oh, what's up, CJ?
I said it do be a tedious way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm grinding money and experience points for the couple of prosthetic tools. I already got all the materials, I just need money. And the experience points is for a couple of the skills from the mastery text that Asian gave me.
I was gonna say you can't get enough lapis for every tool in one playthrough.
Yep.
Yeah. Also,
I'm looking at the.
Yeah. You're looking
at the mastered the improved, no, the empowered mortal draw. That's it. And,
yeah.
What's the other one called? The one that looks like waterfowl.
Oh yeah, flowing passage or something.
Oh, different.
No, that's the one I already have. What is it called?
Not the one you get from the Shura ending. Not that one.
No.
As One Mind, I think it's called.
That's One Mind is cool, but it's not that. One Mind is something else. Yes, although
it has the waterfowl hits 70 times thing, though.
So when I mentioned the back a while ago when you mentioned getting the capstone skill for one of the books, and you're like, actually, this is, you kind of regret that.
Shadow
it's
Rush.
kind of Shadow Rush, and I was like, I said, well, actually, there is something useful to it that you will enjoy later, but I'm not going to say what it is. That's what I was referring to. Was the because I believe Shadow Rush is required for the waterfowl.
Yeah, Spiral Cloud Passage. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Empowered Mortal Draw and Spiral Cloud Passage.
Powered Mortal Draw is very nice. I'm not sure that it has more damage. I think you just get more range.
Yes. It does have more damage, but here's a fun little fact. For speedrunners, it is useless. Due to a bug in Sekiro that still exists to this day, if you do Mortal Draw, regular Mortal Draw, but you jump first, because you can't actually do that in the air, if you jump, you still get the Empowered Mortal Blade damage. Which is why when you see speedruns, if you see them do like fighting Guardian Ape, for example, doing jumping mortal draws, that's the reason why. And yeah, the only reason to get
you can get the mortal draw before Guardian Ape.
Yeah. So you can.
You need it in order to. Yeah.
You have complete freedom when it comes to the order that you get the mortal blade, the flower, and the stone. Like the pink spiky stone. I don't remember what it's called. You can get those 3 items in any order you want. Hell, you can get the mortal blade before fighting Genichiro, I'm pretty sure. No, you do need to fight Genichiro first, because it's one of the NPCs that you need to enter the area, or like the bell that you ring. No, the bell that you ring. Okay, you can jump out of bounds for it.
For speedrunners, you can actually. You need to do false monk first. That's it. That's the only thing.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. You can glitch into the Mortal Blade area, but to get it on a normal playthrough without skips or bugs or what have you, or falling out of the map, you need to fight Genichiro first.
Now I don't remember how you reach the folding screen monkeys to get the Mortal Blade. Where was it
You
get that?
enter Senpo Temple, get to the end, and there's a little bell you ring.
Right, that's it. Yeah, I remember now. Because on this playthrough, still my first, I went through the entirety of Senpo Temple before realizing I had missed Genichiro. I also killed False Monk before really realizing I missed Genichiro, and so I did pretty much everything I could before fighting Genichiro, and then I fought him, and then went down to Guardian Ape, and then went to the Folding Screen Monkeys. So
Yeah.
I thought that. Don't know why, but I thought that Guardian Ape was a prerequisite to meeting the Folding Screen Monkeys.
Actually, by doing all the bosses in that order, there's another boss you skipped.
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yes.
Oh.
It's an optional boss, though. It's
Technically optional. Optional depending on the order you do the game. You fight the bosses.
It's a boss that, if you fight Guardian Ape first, then this boss blocks your passage down another path. It's one that, famously, Darkside Phil, the extremely terrible Let's Play streamer, you know what I mean, he plays a bunch of games, and his shtick is that he's god-awful at everything he plays. He played Sekiro. In Sekiro, you can't just level up your character or rely on different weapons that might cheapen it or whatnot. He has to actually get good, except not really. He ended up fighting Guardian Ape first and had to go through that room. He was running around that room for half an hour, CJ. Just running away from the boss. This is not a very good player. Like, this makes... Oh, dear goodness. Oh, dear. But I will give him credit where credit's due, sort of, kind of. When he played Elden Ring, he did make himself try to beat Tree Sentinel at the very start, and he did actually push himself through until he did it. Though, now, it took him 5,000 hours, but he did eventually do it. You know, I think Kai did the same thing, right? Went after Tree Sentinel first? Yeah.
Took like, what, 5 hours?
Yeah.
I remember Markiplier played Elden Ring, and his entire 1 hour video was him fighting Tree Sentinel, and then at the end being like, "Okay, I think I've experienced the game. I think we're good here," and then he just ends it there and never goes back.
Yeah.
Which is very on brand for Markiplier.
It is.
Okay. It sounds like he just like cheaped out, but it was very funny.
Markiplier is, to this day, not a live streamer. He still records the sessions ahead of time. At least unless something's changed. I think he still is a Let's Player. Edited videos, so he doesn't stream the entire thing. He just, plays it for a little bit and posts a video. Given that format, he can do funny stuff like that. He still leans into that style, I guess. I rather like Markiplier.
Markiplier's great, and then he made a movie that was also amazing.
Yeah, heard about it. Iron Lung, right?
Yeah. Markiplier doesn't play many like FromSoft games, so I didn't really expect him to do Elden Ring. The fact that we got the one video was already really funny.
Yeah.
Jacksepticeye though, he's probably played Elden Ring all the way through. I just haven't seen it yet.
He's making the Bloodborne movie.
He is making the Bloodborne movie.
Yes. Wait, what?
What, did you not know?
No, I didn't know.
Oh.
Jacksepticeye's making a Bloodborne movie?
Yes. As of a couple days ago, Sony announced that an R-rated animated Bloodborne movie is in production, and Jacksepticeye is the producer.
That's pretty silly.
And
one of the two producers, at least.
Yeah, and to assuage any concerns, Bloodborne is Jacksepticeye's favorite game.
Okay. Really?
Yes. Like, he has stated, like, it is one of his favorite, if not his favorite game.
I knew that Luna liked him for a reason.
Luna's
our resident Bloodborne sim.
Yeah. In his video where he announces that he's producing the film, he says that he plays Bloodborne twice a year, basically.
Okay, very good. Putting your money where your mouth is. Your time in this case.
How would I know? No. Yeah, I know. I don't have a bug net.
How would I know? Says the guy. I know you're talking about the game. You're using some dialogue from the game,
I am
but I say you probably do that too. Play Bloodborne a couple times a year, right?
just found a glowing butterfly, and I'm like, I want to catch one, and the hat's like, you idiot, you can't catch one because you don't have a net.
Tim, I'm going to take that as an admission.
Huh? What?
No, neither of you heard me.
You're talking
It's
to me?
fine. I was saying something to CJ that was a yes or no question. He
Oh.
didn't answer it, so I took it as a yes and told
Oh,
you that. And you also didn't hear. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You're good. It's about Bloodborne. What do you mean you're enthralled in the game on your
For a
own
sec, I thought you
stream?
meant that you
What do
were you were taking my silence as an admission.
mean? No. What are you saying to me?
I'm
Tim,
getting
have you played? Oh no, you haven't.
utterly
You haven't played Bloodborne
and
yet.
completely
I don't have a
sidetracked
PlayStation.
by every. My character is getting utterly and completely sidetracked by every single thing they see, and I'm convinced they're not going to make it back to the train before it leaves.
It's bound to happen. Yep. You called it. Either that, or we have that D&D time compression where talking is a free action, so you just talk for the entire Iliad, and you're fine.
Well, talking does seem to be a free action because there is a clock in the corner, and it hasn't moved in a single minute since we started. But
Nice. There is I've seen a JoJo edit where they take the fight between Jotaro and Dio, but talking isn't a free action. So yeah. So instead of being in stopped time for 9 seconds, that actually is, 9 minutes. Instead, it just immediately passes and Jotaro loses because talking. Oh dear. I mean, spoiler for something that came out. Even the David production anime was what 2014, I think. Spoiler for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Jotaro wins. He actually does the last punch. You'll
what?
never be surprised. Never ever. Well, Dio keeps coming back.
The
kinda,
protagonist
so it doesn't
wins.
feel like it.
Dio is the specter that hangs over the entire series.
Yep. Yep. First 6 parts at least, and then
I
becomes
mean,
Diego, and who even knows?
he's still in part 7.
Oh my! I did not know that.
Well, yeah,
Full
Diego.
disclosure, I don't know anything about Part 7 except Diego exists, Funny Valentine, and
I
no one
was
understands how D4C works.
referring to Diego.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. I thought you were about to tell me that actual Dio is back again because of course.
Dio, he's back. No, I was just talking about Diego. And yes, nobody understands D4C. I'm very much looking forward to that. There's a very specific set of chapters that people are talking about when they mention they don't know how D4C works, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Okay. Really quickly, Tim, I don't know how much you know about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I've watched part 3, part 4, half of part 5, maybe not half, I don't know how much part 5, but a decent bit of part 5, maybe a third of part 6, and episode 1 of part 7.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So,
Also, I know what happens regardless, internet spoilers and all.
hey, basically every part where there's a stand, except maybe 8, because I know even less about 8 than I do about 7, has a time stand that the bad guys end up using. Dio, of course, has the world, which stops time. Yep. Killer Queen eventually bites the dust. Let's see. There's King Crimson for part 5, which lets you erase time. That one's also pretty complicated, but that you can take time that happened and undo up to about 10 seconds of it. Except undo only certain parts
well,
of it.
okay,
So
it's not undoing 10 seconds. It's basically you take the free will out of everyone else for 10 seconds, and it's
Right.
weird. It's more complex. You don't just
Right.
undo 10 seconds.
That's why I said it's selective. It's
Yeah.
kind of selectively undoing. So
It's like removing
running-
everyone's perception of the 10 seconds, but you can still
Right.
have freedom of motion. to
Yeah.
like you could still choose the one who undoes 10 seconds would be Gold Experience Requiem.
Yeah.
And part 6 has Made in Heaven, to the one that speeds up time and therefore makes it where time stop abilities aren't as effective because you're stopping time for a less time, if that makes sense. Part 7 has it's sort of not okay. So D4C is not really a time ability; it's a multiverse hopping ability.
I
But
do know what I do know
there's some
about the
crazy rules attached to
main
it.
villain
Yeah.
of part 7 is that it is I from my understanding it's not a time related ability.
Oh.
I don't like yeah, it's so they do buck the trend with in part 7 and I guess part 6 as well unless you want to count multiverses.
Doesn't Diego
Space time?
have that time spin thing though? Well, he's
Uh
not really a villain, I guess.
I'm Silent. Yeah, because I've read. I don't want to say because I've read part 6 and spoilers.
Yeah.
He. I just don't want to say. He does have a. He has a different stand.
I know in jumping from part 6 to part 7 because there was a whole not spoiler. They're in a different universe, sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit. There's your spoiler. Um, they they jumping from 2 to 3, they went from Hamon to stands. They added a different system, and they did a similar thing going from 6 to 7, where they have.
The spin.
Well, you've seen the first episode of 7. You know the spin.
Yep.
It's kind of
Spin.
a Hamon adjacent. Yeah.
It actually. I'm not sure if you've seen the episode 1 of part 7, Elf. It uses the same sound effects as Hamon.
Oh no,
They
I
they
did not.
brought back the Hamon sound effects for the spin.
That's really cool.
I know. I'm very
Daniel
happy.
does such a fantastic job with their sound production. It's great. So I'm glad to see that they bring it back. They did Fire Force as well, and some of the sounds in that also. They do a pretty good job, I think, of making sounds that you feel. If that makes sense.
Oh, yes. Well, because I think they used gunshots for the punches, like actual gunshots.
I would believe that. I'm thinking of some in particular, and yeah, I
It's
believe
really
it.
noticeable during the Star Platinum and Hierophant Green fight. Like at the beginning of part 3. It's very noticeable.
Punches him right in the chest. You get shot in the chest, and well, it is Star Platinum. He basically shoots you with his hand, but it's a show. You don't actually get shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love. Okay,
Yeah, the train's whistle is blowing. Let me guess. I'm gonna miss it. That's what I get for not sleeping on the train.
Oh no! Oh no! Just painting away.
Where's the train?
Oh no! Oh no!
Looks like that bird was imitating train whistle sounds. But where's the train? It's gone.
Gone, baby, gone.
It's gone to Highline, of
You might
course.
have called it. Yeah.
What do we do now?
Panic. Wait, no, don't panic. Grab your towel. Douglas Adams.
So far of fighting Ishin, I feel like refighting Genichiro is kind of unnecessary because he's kind of weak.
Yeah, believe it or not, he's not actually all that weak. You're just that much stronger. It's the it doesn't get easier, you get better.
Well,
Well, not
yeah,
you get better. You have better stats while Genichiro has the same.
Yeah.
yeah. So far, when I was doing attempts, I was pretty consistently no hitting Genichiro. So he just
Yeah.
kind of feels
Yeah,
unnecessary,
he is.
like a
You're
run
right.
back.
He gets like, if you remember Genichiro at the very very beginning of the game, like before you lose your arm, like he is
Mhm.
no, like his moveset's no. He seems impossible at that point, and you basically die to him instantly. But that is almost entirely a skill problem because you go back there
Yep.
after beating the game, his moveset is the exact same as the one from all the other fights.
When I fought him the very first time,
And
I
his
was actually doing pretty
yeah,
decent until he started whipping out the unblockable ones that I didn't understand yet.
Right.
that's what happens basically.
Mm-hmm.
That is much easier to deal with once you have Mikiri, which you certainly can't get normally at that point in the game.
Not just Mikiri, but understanding what those scary red symbols even mean.
Yeah.
True. The game hasn't explained those yet, have they? Has it? Oh, yes, yes, it has.
It
Yes,
probably
it has.
did, but fresh in memory, haven't picked it
Yeah,
up yet.
that's more than fair.
You
You're
spend
more
some
than all
time
right.
there. There should be a sign in the forest below to find the village. When you arrive at the village, please sign. Oh, oh.
It's a
Right now, I've got
one
6
thing
skill
that I
points,
like
but
about games like Sekiro is that um, it has sort of a narrative through line that it tells with its boss fights. You both begin and end the game fighting Genichiro, and the one
Mhm.
you fight at the end is a variant of the Way of Tomoe one. And actually, I would say that one's actually easier because of when he pulls out the Black Mortal Blade. That's a pretty easy attack to exploit.
Just get
Just run
very
behind him.
behind
much.
him. Yeah.
Almost never
Yep.
get hit by it. Free damage, basically.
Basic. Yeah. Exactly.
The true corrupted monk was pretty fun. I almost beat it first try
Nice.
because I've gotten better at it, but it took 4 attempts because the next couple attempts, I got more caught off guard by the new moves than the first one for some reason. But
Right.
on the 4th attempt, I got it.
Nice.
I didn't really like the spitting move; it just doesn't fit in my opinion. But the rest of them were nice.
Yeah. The
Overall,
fact
fun
that
fight.
you did first try. Oh, I forget what their names are. The Shishimen, the spirit callers. You did the spirit caller on the first try, right?
What are those?
The one that it's a ghost that creates spirits that track you, that chase you around during the fight.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You sent me a
Where are
video
they?
of it. Under there's one
Oh, the
that's
Shichiman
underground.
Warrior.
Yeah, Shishimen Warrior. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I managed to have one first try. Yeah.
I don't remember in my first playthrough if there's any. Have you fought any of the headless?
Yeah, all of them I've found so far. You can actually
Good,
check
good.
which spirit falls I have to see. I have Akko's spirit fall, Ungo's spirit fall, Gachin's, and Yasha Riku's spirit falls.
You will not be
So
surprised to learn that there are 5. Yeah.
yeah, 2 underwater ones, the one in Senpo Temple, and the one that I don't remember where. Oh, right, the one in the Mist Forest.
Yeah, I was about to say by Mist
Mist
Temple.
Valley. Yeah,
Hardest
that one.
boss in the game.
Incredibly
I did
difficult.
that one first try. I don't know what you're talking.
There is a streamer who lost to Miss Noble.
Is it Kai?
I don't remember who it was, but there I think there is like one stream of someone actually losing to Miss Noble.
That's pretty pitiful.
I mean, not like they weren't legitimately, they weren't taking it seriously because, well, it's Miss
Oh, okay.
Noble, and then because they weren't taking it seriously, they actually landed a hit and it killed them.
Uh, that's pretty. That's pretty sad. Still, at least you can fall back on. I wasn't taking it seriously. Oh, that's not good. You're not magnetized. Your wing is not supposed to be moving.
To be
That's
fair
a
about almost
problem.
first trying Corrupted Noble, not Noble, Corrupted Monk, I do have some practice with it considering I no-hit the one in the False Monk in, what's it called?
Oh,
Reflection of Strength, that's it.
village. Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah, I went into
Rock
the
village.
Reflection of Strength and fought it till I no-hit it. So I do have practice with
Nice.
it.
Hey, very good. Very good. Okay, some of these have wings that are starting to wiggle, they're starting to come off. Which, here, I can fix that. I can fix her. Chat, I can fix her.
Totally fix her.
Where did the super glue run off to?
And Divine Dragon was cool.
Yeah, Divine Dragon was
Divine
sick.
Dragon is.
I actually did die to Divine Dragon on my first try, unfortunately. Not even
Really?
Divine Dragon, the ad phase before it. Pretty close to the end, too.
You want to know what fight is a lot harder than the randomizer? Divine Dragon.
Divine Dragon? Yeah.
Because all those enemies at the beginning, they're randomized.
Oof. Yeah, I didn't expect Divine Dragon to be one of those almost scripted when, not quite, of course, but you know, like it's more about the cinematics, not really difficult. So I didn't really expect it to be that, but it was.
It's probably my favorite cinematic fight
It was cool and fun,
Yeah.
but not difficult.
No, yeah. It's not difficult, but I don't mind.
Actually. Both for the dragon itself, I mean. There's a few for the first.
Right. There are times when I would say that it might actually be my favorite fight in Sekiro, but not because it's hard. Just again, I really like it's the zoom in at the end there. It's almost entirely the final stab and everything. Also, it is a reference to. Oh dear goodness, I used to remember what this
Journey
was.
to the West? Everything's a reference to Journey to the West.
Well, Journey to the West, but a fight from that, right?
I wouldn't know.
We need Vati on speed dial here.
Vati!
Oh dear goodness. Yeah, Dragon Ball, fun fact, is a reference to Journey to the West. Although that one,
you
that one's
don't
not
say.
Deep cut. Yeah, I was about to say, I think most people know that at this point.
I was actually having a discussion about power scaling in Dragon Ball earlier today on Discord. Basically, over the course of the conversation, I came to the conclusion that, at least for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, probably some of the worst fight, like from like a technical standpoint, some of the worst fight scenes like in anime, just because it basically comes down to who has the bigger multiplier behind them. It's a lot of raw power levels versus.
I like a lot of what happened at least in older stuff like Dragon Ball Z. There's a few fights where that's true and it actually still worked out, like Vegeta and Final Frieza, where in both of those, Goku versus Vegeta.
It's mostly fine it's mostly fine through the Frieza saga.
If I can, I mean,
sorry.
I don't disagree, but just a quick sec. There's something that Goku could use called a Kaioken, which is a multiplier that he can apply to himself, but in exchange it hurts him. He can only go too far and it kills you, sort of thing. And that creates a risk reward that I think made power levels a little bit compelling. And then of course the whole point behind going Super Saiyan is that it multiplies your power, and he goes from being weaker and losing to winning, but that's for one fight initially. I don't disagree with you though that after that, for the most part, it gets played into just simply bigger number wins.
Yeah, I think most of the Frieza fights fine. It's really the Cell saga where things start to take a turn for the worse.
It's a lot more explicit in the Cell saga than I remembered when I was watching it initially. But yeah, I mean the reason why Gohan is able to win is that he can go Super Saiyan 2, which is an even bigger multiplier than anything that Cell has.
Yeah.
Goku does kind of raw skill for a good bit of it though, so that was kind of neat.
I mean, yeah.
I like the compelling parts where he does something tricky that doesn't rely on power levels necessarily. Teleport Kamehameha, for example.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how most of the Frieza fight is. It's like he uses like various like techniques, tricks, what have you, in order to get the upper hand on Frieza for a little bit, and then Frieza's just, oops, I'm so much stronger. That didn't actually matter, and it keeps on going like that until Super Saiyan.
Frieza, Frieza fight, I think, is an extreme example because it's almost the point. Frieza has 4 power level upgrades, and then Goku does 1, and well, 2 technically, Kaioken and then Super Saiyan, and then wins. That's almost like pointing. It's almost self-aware how much they do it. How obviously it gives itself away. I think. But so I treat that one a little bit differently because it
Your
seems.
hands.
Oh no.
No, you're one.
Oh,
There's
my
a
hand.
wonderful tool for picking out weeds. Man, what wonderful tool? Your hands. Oh.
Yep. I will be back in just a second. I'm just grabbing the super glue so I can fix these wings before I forget.
Ooh.
Right now I have 7 skill points, I just need 2 more. I also have quite a lot of money. These guys are rich, apparently. With 10,000.
Yep. Was it the red dudes? They're all over the area.
I forgot about those. No, I'm just in Fountainhead Palace.
Oh yeah, they also are loaded.
Yep, those give quite a lot of XP, like 500 to 1,000 each.
Yeah.
The purple one's giving 1,000. I think I'll take the... I forgot what it's called. I'm almost at the idol, so I'll just wait and see.
Alright.
Let's see.
Also use
Spiral
so I
Cloud
mentioned
Passage,
earlier.
right?
Oh, okay.
I'll go for the Spiral Cloud Passage first, because the Mortal Dry is cool, but it's not really my thing.
Right.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
It
A bit
seems too powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit too powerful and it consumes a bit too many resources, so it essentially cuts the fight in half, and then I don't have any Spirit Emblems left to fight with.
It's even better than that because you could still use Mortal Draw without the Spirit Emblems, and it still does a ton of damage. It just has less range.
Oh, does it not cut the damage at all?
I think it cuts the damage a little bit, but the big downside is it cuts the range.
Yeah.
But it still does like way more damage than your normal sword.
Right, well, I find it a little too strong.
That's fair.
I still have the Demon Bell on for a reason.
True Souls runner we have here, who makes it harder on himself because it makes the game
Fun
better.
fact, Sekiro is the only Souls game which has an official hard mode that is unlocked on your second playthrough. Yeah, as opposed to New Game Plus.
Yeah.
So when you start your next playthrough, if you do another playthrough, Kuro will ask you an additional question right at the start of the game after getting your sword and your gourd. It will be like, hey, do you have something there? And you'll have the option to give them an item called Kuro's Charm. And if you give it to Kuro, it makes the rest of the game harder.
Yeah, I've heard about that from some internet threads. I've tried to avoid spoilers, but in some cases I just needed information.
Sure.
And stumbled upon it.
Sometimes. Could you remind me, CJ? It's the one that makes it where you take damage if you... Normally when you block, you don't take damage from most attacks, like non-elemental attacks. But if I remember correctly, with Kuro's Charm, you take chip damage even through a block that wasn't a successful parry.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
So it's a pretty substantial change.
It is. In addition to just the stat increases across the board.
Yeah.
Something that I discovered during
oh my god, this place is a mess.
During my attempts against Reflection of Strength Corrupted Monk is that in the Reflection of Strength, the Spirit Emblems are more expensive because it turns it into another time of day. You know how during your playthrough the time of day passes as you reach different milestones. Apparently Reflection of Strength sets that all the way to the end, which makes Spirit Emblems cost 50 each.
Ooh.
Even if you're at the start, if you go in to fight someone in the Reflection of Strength, it'll be expensive.
Admittedly, I do find that to be one of the stranger choices, making the resources more expensive. Bloodborne
Uh-huh.
did it too, and I wasn't a big fan of it there either. Although in that case, I think I might understand. Maybe it's for the same reason. The resources that you gain that you would use to level up, blood in Bloodborne, and uh, what's the currency in? I forget the coins, what they're actually called.
Sen.
Sin?
Sen.
Sin. Yep. You get more of those each time, so maybe it's just to scale it up.
Hmm.
But it also means that you're grinding against harder enemies, so it feels more tedious. I can't say that I was the biggest fan of that.
I I think so. The upscaling of Bloodborne makes a lot more sense if you start considering that they expect you to go through the chalice dungeons as you play through the game, because you get so many blood echoes going through the chalice dungeons.
True. I suppose there is that as well.
Like
But
especially
still,
once you hit level 4, you get so many blood echoes.
they get expensive quite a bit more quickly. There are challenges. There are glitches you can do in Bloodborne, again, to this day, that let you actually turn back the clock in Bloodborne. Basically, if you can, you go from there's three states, let's say, for the world in Bloodborne. There's Twilight, Night, and Blood Moon. It's just not official names, so just, you know what I mean. You start in Twilight, you beat Amelia, you go into Night, you beat Rom, you go into Blood Moon. So what if you could sequence
Ingredients.
break to take out Rom first, then take out Amelia? Well, what happens is you go from Twilight to Blood Moon, then Blood Moon to Night, which actually breaks some areas that are not meant to be at night. It can, if you don't use other glitches, make the game impossible to beat because you can't fight the one reborn, so you can't get over to Miklash Cage.
There's also what's it?
There's-
There's it breaks some NPC quest lines as well,
Oh, fun.
doesn't it? I know what's or if you enter Forbidden Woods, it can break
Yeah.
what's her name's quest
Oh,
line.
yes. Eileen. Yeah,
Yes,
it does break
Eileen.
Eileen's. Um, yeah. I don't remember why that happens, to be honest, but I do remember that it happens.
Also, something I noticed
And
there are. Sorry, keep going.
oh, when you go from if you try to go back to Night from Blood Moon without talking to Eileen first, then when you go into Amelia's room, uh, she's there. Eileen is there to fight you, and she can also damage the boss. It's really stupid. All right, what were you about to say, CJ?
I was about to say that despite the fact, or was it? Oh, there are some areas of the game that actually aren't affected by the moon cycle, and not just like the nightmare areas. Like Forbidden Woods is the same no matter when you visit it. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
As long as you remember to toss in the collective items.
Honestly, I find spirit emblems being a resource a little unnecessary just because of how farmable it is.
Yeah, you can also
Right
buy
now, I
them.
have. Yeah, I'm in farmable in that you can farm money easily.
Unlike
Because
a
right
game
now I
like
have 700 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unlike a game like Bloodborne or oh, sorry,
Because it's not like it's hard to farm them. You eventually just end up dumping excess money into it because it's
yeah,
just there. You'll need them eventually.
right.
But it's not difficult. It's just tedious if you run out,
Yeah.
which I
I
haven't
was
yet.
going to say in a game like Elden Ring or Bloodborne, until you get a build for it, if you want to grind, if you want to grind against enemies, you're actually having to fight them each time. In Sekiro, you walk behind an enemy that only has one health bar and you press a button and you kill him. In fact, when I did there's an achievement for getting all of your skills upgraded all the way. When I did that, I just went to one area, killed one enemy, and then ran back to the idol and refreshed, and did that 800,000 times.
Okay,
Or felt like it.
evidently our character Ellie here did not deserve magna cum laude because they have forgotten everything that they learned.
Oh no. Did the train hit her on the way out?
I guess. I find a
You
piece
seem
of paper with some strange writing. It's like, I don't know how to read this, and the hat's just like, you learned this in school. You didn't even get a bad grade.
here. We're going to find out that this is a serial cheater or something. It's it's the Naruto, the tuning exam where they have to
Oh
take
my
the test,
god.
and everyone is cheating on everyone except for Naruto, who's too stupid to cheat.
Well, that's the whole point is to cheat that. Like, that's the whole point of
Yeah.
that part of the test. And
Yes.
Naruto just has such incredulously big balls that he doesn't cheat and he sticks to his guns the entire way, and somehow
Yeah.
that means he gets through.
Yeah. Yeah. Because plot, that's why.
Yep. A shame the entire tuning exams got scrapped that year. Oh, and
Shikamaru did actually still make it through, though, nonetheless.
Shikamaru got, so the tuning exams got scrapped due to tailed beast shenanigans,
Yeah.
and after the fact, they basically looked at all like the current Hokage and whoever else just basically was like, okay, well, we still got to make someone a Chunin. So they look at all the possibilities and they're like, Shikamaru, like he did the best under the circumstances. He can have it. It's not
He's
that
not
he
the most
necessarily,
powerful,
yeah, it's not that
but
he
he's a leader and he's
necessarily,
smart.
basically, yeah, it's not that he necessarily like did the best during all of like the whole thingy during the exams. It's that he, given the circumstances, like someone just had to, they had to pick someone, and he was the best choice.
Yeah. And Chunin is still something of a leadership role, so it makes sense to go for someone who may have a better head on his shoulders than necessarily the most powerful person.
Yeah. What was it? They actually make a joke in Boruto that Naruto is still technically a genin because he never took the
Yep.
Chunin exams.
Genin Hokage.
Genin
It is correct.
Hokage.
Back when there was a Naruto trading card game, it took the game, of course, ceased production at some point, but it was after the time skip. So you had Genin teams. There were some cards that cared about the rank of yours, being Genin or Chunin or Jonin, whatever. Uh, the strongest card you could have in a Genin team was Naruto. So it actually meant that you weren't just playing in Magic the Gathering. You call that a white weenie deck. You weren't just playing with weenies the whole time. Weenie
Displayed on the right is the recipe of the potion you're currently crafting. Complete all phases of the recipe without failing, and the crafting will be successful.
Also, the card game, though, was pretty miserable to play because at a certain point, there was a definitive best deck, and that was the best deck from the time it was made until the game got discontinued. You'll never guess how people totally wanted to keep playing that game. This is why ban lists exist. In other words, people didn't want to keep playing because eventually everything became mirrors of that one best deck. I know you two can't hear it, but I love the jazz that I'm having in the background of my stream.
Okay, that's 8 skill points. Just one more.
No.
I don't think I'm gonna bother farming for both of them. It's enough farming for one.
Fair enough. Hey, whoever just showed up. Hi, I'm T1 Glistener Elf. I totally know what I'm doing. I'm painting some Crisis battle suits. Or just battle suits in general. Kinda want to give you another run. For right now, we'll say it's fine. No, not this paintbrush. A more detailed one. What's the finest brush What's the second finest brush I have? Here we go. This is they name their shades. One of the advantages to using model paints instead of regular acrylic paint, even though these are going to be more expensive, is that the shading is already done for you. Or not the shading, the color mixing is effectively already done for you. So it makes it easier to always put the same color on rather than having to mix it manually yourself. This one is called Retributor armor, and it is it's a metallic paint, but that doesn't feel like a metallic paint, and I rather like that. It's a weird way of putting it. It's true though. It has some metallic flakes in it, such that it will have a bit of a shine. Here we go. Let me see if I did this well enough. Oh.
Genichru also seemed pretty scriptable. Either that or just happened upon a pretty good strategy to beat him, because I could get him to. I could kill him really fast and very consistently, pretty much the exact same way each time.
If you make the exact same movements every time, he will do the exact same attacks every time. He's kind of scripted. I mean, not kind of. He is scripted. As long as your movement's the same, you'll get the same sequence of attacks. Or at least speedrunners take advantage of that. Maybe if the fight goes on long enough, RNG can play a significant role. But just like in Elden Ring, or actually a lot of action games like this, how far you are away from the enemy determines the pool of attacks that they can do. And when you're up close, and typically bosses will have an effect such that they can't do the same attack more than once in a row. So if you see an attack, based on your proximity, you can be pretty sure that they won't do that same attack again most of the time. And you can take advantage of that to sort of script a lot of fights, actually. I don't do speedrunning terribly much, but it is something that I try to keep in mind when I do, if I'm trying to come up with a run for a game. Yeah?
I heard that Morgoth is one of the most scriptable bosses in Elden Ring.
Yeah, which is funny too, because to this day I still have a bit of a hard time with. Well, as much as I like those fights, you would think, oh, I can do them hitless. No, I cannot. I wish I could. I am tempted, by the way, to take the side pieces of the side armor on these and turn them into Pokeballs just for the reference. It has a top half, a bottom half, and a section in the middle that's thin that I could paint black to make it look like the gap between them. So I could paint the top half red, the bottom half white, yeah. I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. Maybe I should. Please, someone talk me out of it. Oh, it's too high up.
Oh,
Someone
hello.
talk me out of this.
Aurea? You look cute.
Aurora Borealis.
How do you... A-U-R-E-A.
Aurea, yep.
Aurea. So lovely.
It's probably related to gold, right?
Huh?
That's related to the Latin for gold?
She does look to be a merchant of some kind.
Okay, maybe that's what they were going for.
What'd you say the name was?
Aurea.
Aurea. A-U-R-E-A.
I mean, I'm streaming if you want to look. Take a look.
Was there a second name with a B?
No.
Oh yeah, I was just being silly. The way he said it sounded close enough that I just decided to do an Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No. Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, I must say. You steam a good ham.
Nature was so breathtaking. That's true.
Well, Seymour, you are a cringe fellow, but I must say, okay. Yeah, there's a Gen Alpha version of it where I must say, he is a good gat. It's exactly as cringe as it sounds. There, now that I've sold you on it, no.
Okay, conversation with her. Respect her.
And these Fountainhead Palace enemies with the balls really hurt.
I didn't feel right about her.
Yeah, the soccer.
If they hit me mid-air, yeah, if they hit me mid-air, they take out 80% of my HP in a single hit.
Yeah, is it the case, CJ, you think, that Sekiro keeps the same counter hit damage that you have in aerial counter hit damage that you have in games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring?
I have no clue.
I don't know about that, but projectiles deal a lot more damage to airborne enemies, both from and to the player.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe it. I had a
Projectiles
really bad
specifically.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
I had
that's
a
a.
really bad habit. What's up?
I think that is a special modifier. Like projectiles, especially
Yeah.
do it. Like it's not just aerial counter hit; it's like specific, like projectile aerial counter hit. I think has an additional multiplier on it.
Right. When I was playing Dark Souls, um, oh, actually, Dark Souls, Sekiro. Oh, so in Dark Souls, at the very least, if you if you are in the air or an enemy is in the air and you get hit or they get hit, then they take additional damage. You or they take additional damage. Whoever's getting hit takes more damage. In Sekiro, a trick that I like to do that is pretty high risk, moderate, okay, low reward. Okay, so maybe this is not a good idea, is what I'm saying. Is that I would jump towards an enemy and attack twice in the air because Sekiro's first attacks are faster. He does the first two swings more quickly in the air, and so you can basically approach with two attacks. Now, in exchange for that, though, you risk, getting smacked out of the air and getting hit, which is less than ideal. And if you do,
I often
I think you take more damage.
Hmm.
What's up?
I often jump in with a combat skill
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a better way to do it.
because
I
the
guess
combat
this was
skills often have a bit of a lengthy wind up. But if you do the wind up while you're flying towards the sorry.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
Fine.
But yeah, if you're jumping towards them doing a combat skill, you can essentially remove the wind up and get in a free combat skill.
Too
You're
big for
going to
the
have
I
to
like
jump
doing
with
it
them
with
anyway.
I like doing
Yeah.
it with Ichimonji. You know, the overhead
good one.
big smash.
Ichimonji is really powerful. You know what's better than you know what's better than one Ichimonji? Two Ichimonjis.
Oh dear. I had a streamer that every time that came up, the first time he said Niji Sanji, like the
Oh my god.
YouTuber group, and then every time thereafter it was just Niji Sanji. Which I have almost 100% of the time that I've heard of Niji Sanji it's oh look what stupid thing did the company do. I know
Yeah,
nothing about them except that.
I don't think they have the best of reputations.
Who does these days? Maybe Hololive, right? Still?
Like
Or is it
I
just that it's the Steam where Valve wins by doing nothing? The competition blows themselves up?
maybe I
Hololive.
don't know.
It wasn't Hololive, was it? There was one VTuber company that apparently fell apart because of some drama. What was that?
Phase Connect, probably? Or
I
not, no,
thought
no, what's
Niji
V-Shoujo?
Sanji and
V-Shoujo.
V-Shoujo, that's probably it.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? At least we're not part of Flavor.
Hey. Yet not all three of us are not part of Flavor, even though we have crush on Flavor. It's really impressive. Oh dear. The two of you, pretty much the only Flavor one you interact with is Kara, right?
Yeah.
Think so.
Hey. If you ever get around to the Pal World streams, we have a couple others there.
Well,
that are
yeah.
in Flavor
There's
as well. Trob being the most recent one, yes?
is Nicola Flavor? Or
Nicola's Flavor, yeah. Oh yeah.
so I've done because I've done or I was for that one Helldivers stream. I was there.
Oh, in Helldivers, yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of CJ telling me that Kara forgot that I don't have Helldivers and he never invited me to join.
Kara, great at planning live streams. Absolutely impeccable.
Did he gift it to you at least? In shame? No.
No. So
during the Minecraft stream with Tybros at some point, CJ just asked me, "Hey Tim, you don't have Helldivers, do you?" I said, "No." And CJ explained that apparently Kara just expected me to join and won.
So Elf, I'm not sure if you remember in the group chat that we're all in for the Elden Ring streams.
Yeah.
when we said that we were canceling last week's Elden Ring to do something else.
Yeah. Helldivers. Yeah.
Yeah, Kara just offhandedly mentioned doing Helldivers in that one message, and evidently that was the agreement to everyone involved that we should all be playing Helldivers. Me, Tim, and Kara. Except this Kara
Wait a
did not
minute.
communicate any of this to us. So the stream before, you remember me
Yeah.
in Tyros' Poketopia stream when Kara showed up being like, "Hey Kara, am I involved in Helldivers tomorrow? Because you haven't messaged me at all." I did finally get a DM from Kara after that, like confirming that yes, I'm down for Helldivers the next day. And then when I showed up to Helldivers, first off, and Nikola showed up before the stream and was like, "Wait, we're doing Helldivers today? Like right now? Like when are we starting?" And Kara's like, "Well, we were supposed to start 6 minutes ago." Evidently, that was not communicated to Nikola. And then,
Kara is
and
both
then
Flavor's laugh track and one of its many. What's the squirrel from the super distracted squirrel from some DreamWorks movie? Anyway, he's the
yeah,
distracted squirrel as well.
and then Kara mentioned, and yeah, I thought Tim would be joining us, and I'm like, I don't think Tim has Helldivers.
Oh no! Oh no!
Absolutely negative amounts of planning on that.
It's all right. Do you have Helldivers now, Tim?
No, still don't.
Okay.
It's a good
Can you
game.
run Helldivers?
Also,
Well, you probably run Helldivers.
Kara never even mentioned it to me. So he didn't invite me. He didn't say anything afterwards.
Just expected you to show
I
up.
heard about it from CJ.
If you ever would like to play Helldivers, and if you would like to stream, we all have this little tradition, apparently, of watching someone go through the tutorial. We did that with Nee as well.
That was very funny watching me release so many rounds into the air.
Yeah, so you know how in some games, if you're really close to a wall, in order to keep your character from just shooting the wall, you will fire around it. You'll fire, say, up, for example. Yeah, that's what happened here. Nee was right up against a low wall that looked like, based on the reticle, looked like you could shoot over it. But just like bows in Dark Souls, you don't actually aim where it looks like you are. So Nee just kept firing, thinking, trying to hit the Terminid, and lo and behold, not a single shot did anything except fill the air with bullets, like a celebratory gunfire in Florida or something. Oh, Florida, man.
Turns out the enemies I've been farming drop adamantite scrap. I have 38 of them now.
Nice.
So I'm not sure if I need any more.
You may very well not at this point. Can you sell them for Yeah, you can sell them for 10, I think.
Probably. The only upgrades I haven't picked up are the laser light ones and a single divine the fan thingy. I forget what it's called.
I don't remember. I didn't use the fan very much. No, yes I did. Hold on, that's not true. I did.
It's the one that robs enemies. That's one I haven't picked up.
Oh.
I found the description very funny.
What was the description? I don't remember. It's been a while.
It's essentially when you hit enemies with it, it makes them drop their items and possessions. You treat those as an offering.
Oh.
You basically just rob them blind while you turn them away.
Just
as an offering. You offered that to me. You sure did. That's what I'm going with, anyway.
I can sell potions or something. I can also sell candies now.
Oh. Let me see if I can set up so that I can lie down a bit. What's up, Tim?
I googled to make sure that you can/can't get all the lapis you need, and because I don't want to accidentally lock myself out of something I would rather have. So I figured out. So yeah, I found out that you get 6 of them, which means you essentially get 2 of the 4, and so I use a shuriken a lot, so I wanted that one. But of the other 3, I'm not quite sure because base version, the flamethrower is my favorite, but it seems like the flamethrower is mostly just for the apparitions, and if that's the case, then I don't really care.
Right, it really is. And because in Sekiro you can hard pause, you can always just switch over to it for certain enemies. You don't have to have a you don't have to use it generally because you don't have to worry about the loadout. It's not like Elden Ring where you set your Ash of War, and then if that's not what you need, too bad.
Extractor.
Yeah, so if I had to choose between the 3 remaining ones, Submado, Lazulite Axe, and Sacred Flame, I don't think I really care about the Sacred Flame because I have Divine Confetti. I don't need anything specifically for apparition enemies. I just like flamethrower. The flamethrower. I just like it.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't do anything special to anything other than apparition, then I just don't really care because what's the use of having it if I can't use it for more things?
So fire does have an effect on normal enemies. If an enemy is burning, their posture will not. Well, no, the other. Well, yes, the purple fire is only for apparition enemies. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
He's talking about the
That's what I'm saying.
Fire in general, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fire in general.
Yeah.
I don't. If I had to choose between the 3 available ones and I can only take one, then the only useful against apparitions doesn't seem very worth it.
Well, I think it might still do normal burn. And you could still.
It specifically says in the description that it doesn't do normal burn.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't? I think it actually does in the game, though, right?
It says in the description, this flame does not, however, inflict burn status abnormality.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like it because it looks cool. Also, having something to use on apparitions that isn't consumable and doesn't need to be purchased, is nice. Because you can apply it using Living Flame.
Purple umbrella, so that's something.
I mean, the purple umbrella's usefulness is against apparition enemies is because you can buff your sword with the purple fire using Living Flame, and that's basically free divine confetti.
Yeah.
Tim, you can basically, if you so choose, you know those characters in this or that show where they are so ready against a particular, the vampire hunter has all the tools to fight vampires, but not really anything else. You can turn into that if you so choose.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't have any use or that it's useless or anything. It is useful, but if it's not useful against anything else, then I would maybe rather have the Submari, for example, because I can actually use that against things.
You're basically explaining opportunity cost. If you take this, you cannot also take something that might be more generally useful.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you. Your logic is correct. Your logic is sound.
Now, I do still want it because it looks cool, but I also kind of want the other ones because I can actually use them effectively.
The answer is you just get all of them, though, because you need them for all achievements. Oh, no.
Oh, that's NG+. It doesn't help me in this playthrough.
Right.
Yeah. If this is a matter of, Lazulite, then I think the ones I would probably get would be... See, Sabimaru, the Poison Cloud is, it sounds on paper it's good, but honestly it's not. Piercing Sabimaru is better. It's really the Axe and the Umbrella are the 2 ones you want. The
Umbrella doesn't take Lazulite.
The Umbrella doesn't? Oh.
Oh. The Umbrella is quite a bit earlier. It's 2 tiers earlier, actually.
You could just always go with the American gun. The money gun. You use your money as ammo.
That doesn't take Lazulite either.
Right.
I already have all of them.
No.
The only ones I don't have is the Malcontent whistle thingy that I need a ring for that I haven't found yet. The Golden Vortex that I just haven't bought yet because I haven't farmed the Grave Wax yet. So and the 3 Lazulite thingies.
It's up to you ultimately. I don't disagree that the flame might not be the play though. if you're content, if you think you can do undead enemies, apparition enemies well enough, you certainly don't have to.
Yeah.
The
It's
only
all
apparition
up to
type enemies
you.
I know even exist are the Shishiman Warriors, Headless, and Orin, which is already dead.
And I think that it counts as
Oh,
the
the Demon of Hatred thingy.
false monk.
Well,
False monk counts
It
as an apparition.
also
Right?
works
well, not
because
an
yep,
apparition,
false
but
monk.
it does work on it. Oh, False Monk, yeah.
The false monk
I already
counts
know
as
it,
apparition
though.
types. You can use snap seeds to wipe out like a third of their health bar.
Huh. Well, I've
When you
already
beat
no
the
hit the
game-
False Monk, so that doesn't really matter at this
Yeah.
point.
When you
False
beat the game,
monks,
I'll show you a
headless, shishiman.
When you beat the game, I'll show you a trick that you can use to take out the false monk in literally just a few seconds.
No,
You
I
beat
I
that
already
bullet.
I already told him about the. I think I'm pretty sure I already told him about the death blow.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, I mean, certainly better to do after you beat the boss, which I'm sure CJ did, right?
Yeah, no, I told him after the fact.
Hey.
Yeah, he told me once after I told him about beating it first, and then he, after I no-hit it, he said, I did the death blow thing, huh?
Oh, I gotcha.
Which, no, I didn't. I no-hit it, actually. Come on.
It took me until I think my third playthrough before I finally no-hit. Which, it doesn't seem like it'd be all that hard of a fight, but I don't know, for whatever reason it took me longer than I would have liked to admit to no-hit it. I don't know. It's not particularly hard, but maybe it was just one thing that would keep catching me off guard. For one thing, you can run around all of its attacks. You don't have to parry anything. And I guess once you learn that, you can just not even engage with parrying and just run. Unless you're me and you sort of have to, because maybe I'm just stubborn like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
That means yes. No.
Well, not having to doesn't mean you won't, because fun. We're playing for fun here.
Get back here!
So.
I want to pick your berries. Oh my god, this plant.
There's a sentence
Anyway,
out
I can
of
unlock the
context.
passage now.
Hey.
No, there's this plant that it's like a living bush, and every time I try to pick these golden berries off of it, it starts running away.
Almost all those 9 skill points went into something I like. Oh, that's cool. I like it.
Did you know, Tim? Have you picked up the monk arts by chance? The monk skills?
Yep. Yeah.
There is a run that beats Sekiro without using the sword for anything except for the required mortal blows, and it does this in part by using those monk skills.
Huh. Cool.
Because they go hand to hand for parts of them.
Yeah. Well,
And before the monk skills, it's all foot stomps.
It
the
cut out.
Mortal Blade
CJ.
uses.
Yeah.
The
No,
Mortal
they-
Blade uses a different sword, though, right?
No,
So,
they banned
you
the
still
Mortal
don't
Blade
miss
as
the
well.
roll.
There's a new sword run.
Oh, no sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before they got the monk skills, there is one required boss before monk skills. That's the Chained Ogre. So how do you think you beat Chained Ogre?
Skip it.
Nope, with the 2 damage that you deal by foot stomping it.
Oh, by jumping. That's right. Goomba stomping it.
Yup.
Why not just skip it though?
Not in the spirit of the run, maybe. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're doing a glitchless. Yeah. It's also just a lot funnier to say that I stomped the boss for 2 damage 30,000 times.
Yeah.
I have 13,000 sun left over.
Oh.
Deduct more money than XP, apparently.
What are you farming on?
I was farming the Fountainhead Palace.
Oh, yeah,
enemies.
Yeah, fair. That'll do it.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just buy a bunch of the infinite stock things from the merchant over here.
Yeah.
Hey.
true. But
Since you've gotten past the area where they would be, have you noticed some lizards that you can actually death blow in the game?
Yep. Yeah.
Some of those actually give you extra effects on your sword for a brief time, although their
Oh.
location is pretty, unfortunately, makes it difficult to actually take advantage of them in combat. For example,
Yeah.
there's one that gives you life gain. It's a lifelink effect on your sword, but it's so far away from other enemies that it's difficult to actually make use of it.
Huh.
It's just a level of detail in designing that you can tell that they cooked. If that's man, I sound old saying that. Neither of you are denying it. It's true though. That's the joy of being almost 9,000 years old, right? What will you have in 500 years?
I just realized I still haven't re-unlocked any of the Arsenal outskirts or Arsenal Castle idols after they got
Oh,
locked.
oh. Did you find out because you wanted to teleport back and
I
realize
just
you
opened
couldn't?
the teleport menu and saw, oh wait, those are still locked.
Oh,
oop.
here's
I
an
guess I might
idea,
as well unlock them.
CJ. For when I get through some more of the backlog for gifted games and get
Yeah.
around to playing Expedition 33 again, yes, of course, third playthrough, which one do you think would make for a more compelling run? Either a no level, treat it like a level 1 run, where you just don't allocate your stats at all for anything, or a low percent run, where you pick up as few Pictos weapons and what's the other one? Pictos weapons and the gradient attacks. So basically, you only get the ones that you get from the necessary fights.
I'm not sure. I think a low level run would be a pain in the ass. But could be interesting. Assuming you still allow yourself to use like levels, the skill trees. If you still allow yourself to
Yeah.
work down the skill tree, I think it could be
Oh
interesting.
no skill tree.
No
No
skill
skill
tree,
tree.
so you're just stuck
Well,
with default skill. Well, okay. See,
actually, that
I
would
think if
be.
you let
Ooh,
yourself work down the skill tree, it could still be interesting. But if you're just stuck with default skills for the entire game, I think that might
yeah,
be a bit.
hard to watch.
I think it also turned into a very Monoko heavy run since they are the only ones who can. They become the only character you can get skills from without going down the skill tree.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so skills probably would be on the table, but that sounds like it might be too. No, that wouldn't be too easy, would it? Would it?
I don't know. Well, because like he already did no leveling health. You guess
Yeah,
you would
it's
be
similar enough.
lacking defense. You'd be
And
lacking
some
defense
damage.
and some damage.
Oh, and speed. Speed's probably the big one,
Yeah,
especially in a game with dynamic speed like Expedition 33.
yeah. I'm not sure. Honestly, a more interesting challenge run might be something like only using like one character or something. At least for the parts of the game where you can use one character.
I have already seen Gustav only stuff.
Yeah,
When I
like
get around to
Gustav
Ursa,
only,
it's
Maya
still
only,
Gustav.
something like that.
Yeah. Oops, only Gustav.
Yeah, something like that. I think that might be a more interesting challenge run. Maybe.
Someone did a mod that lets you make put duplicates of a character
Know.
on the screen. You could have multiple. Yeah, it's exactly
More,
as stupid
Mael,
as it sounds.
more.
All of the one shots. I think it was triple Monaco was the yeah, that was the showcase I saw. It was triple Monaco. Oh dear. Tim, you saw me play some Expedition 33, right?
Only a little.
Only little? Okay. Without spoiling anything, because I would if you haven't played it, I would recommend playing it. It's a great game. Thank you, CJ, for gifting it to me again.
Yeah.
But Monaco is. What if the folding screen monkeys? What if the monkeys in this game were good? It is. It is a monkey. At least I think that's what it's based off of. It looks like a monkey. Yes, CJ, I know it's a dog.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Monaco.
Oh yeah.
A monkey. The dog.
It's a dog. Best dog. Bestest
Yeah,
of boys.
Ooh. Speaking of, do you like the dogs in my intermission screen?
Yes, great dogs.
Great dogs.
It took me a second, but I got there. I got there in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I played the network test, but I played the network test offline, so I did not see all the dog references. I just picked it up by osmosis, I guess.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just the network test. It was also the game itself.
True, I think it got started in the network test.
Did it get
though.
started in the network
It was
test?
the
I
game.
don't remember that in the network
Pretty
test.
sure.
I remember that being a thing when the game proper. I don't remember.
You'll
I
probably
don't.
go back and see.
Yeah.
Probably. Looking at old videos from when the network test was around, but not the base game yet.
Speaking of
So
network
Bati did some.
tests, there was a game
Yeah.
you played the network test of that you never actually played the actual game for.
What was that again?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh yeah, Wilds. Yeah, I don't actually still own the game yet. Do not gift it to me. I still have a lot of stuff to get through. So I don't want to add that to the ever increasing pile. I don't just have a Steam backlog, even just from gifted games. I have a backlog. I'm still working on Hades 2. Get around to Silksong before Sea of Sorrows comes out. I've beaten the game, but I still have 3 achievements to get before then. And I want to try to get them before Sea of Sorrows because it will be harder to get them now. So one of them is getting 100% completion in a Steel Soul run. In Hollow Knight, when I played, there was a maximum of 112%, so you could just not do the 12% that you find hardest. But I don't have that option now. I have to do everything. And some parts, thankfully, even if you die, you're okay. They don't count. Like the first center fight. Anything that takes place in a dream sequence
Right.
does not count for Steel Soul. That was true in Hollow Knight as well. Fun fact. That's how people knew to look for it.
I did a bunch of the challenge achievements for Hollow Knight. I'm not sure I'm gonna go and do them for Silksong.
You certainly don't have to. I rather liked it, and I'm just I don't know. Not to toot my own horn, but I like to think I'm something of a hardcore gamer. So for me,
you don't
am
need to
doing
toot your own
that.
horn. You definitely are.
Well, thank you.
More so than your average player, that's for sure.
I'm trying to get myself up to 90% for my game completion rate. So that's how many achievements you get. If you get on average 9 out of 10 achievements in a game, 90%, that will be your completion rate. I'm trying to get myself up there. I'm at 84 now. And obviously it gets harder for every percentage point you have. Every one that you go up, it gets harder.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Not just because the remaining achievements are harder, but you need more to do to raise it by 1% for every higher percent you have.
Yeah.
Good times.
And
part of that,
every game you
that?
start lowers that percentage.
It does.
Something I quite like in Sekiro is that you can actually do feints.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you you know how enemies will parry your attacks. Well, if you start going for a charged hit, if you don't fully charge it, you can sometimes hit them with a light attack because they are going. Since you started a charge attack, they'll try to block your charge attack. But since you didn't charge it fully, you hit them.
It's like a fuzzy guard in a fighting game. It's pretty cool. I thought you were going to refer to where you press the attack button, and then you can't press parry button right afterwards, and you parry instead, or vice versa. I discovered that was possible. Oh, I don't know if this is where I discovered it, but I really saw it on display when Evangeline, bless her heart, she could not wrap her mind around it. She played the game correctly, and then at some point did it incorrectly and couldn't make herself do it correctly again. She would press parry and attack, and she would constantly parry when she's trying to parry an enemy's attack. She would parry then attack, which means she would always get hit because she just charged an attack right as the enemy was about to hit her. And it got really frustrating for her after a certain point. She knew what to do, but she couldn't make herself do it correctly. Or at least couldn't for a long time. She could again if I reminded her, and then a few seconds later it would happen again, and so on. That actually got kind of frustrating for her. She made it through the intro of the game, the tutorial sequence, all the way up to Genichiro. Yeah. I think nowadays if she tried to play it again, she probably could, especially because it's been so long she could unlearn that bad habit. But it's like when you see someone panic and just press all the buttons, except in her case it was just 2. What are you thinking? Silently judging me.
I am thinking about how the hell I'm going to regenerate my energy in this game when evidently I'm not tired enough to go to sleep yet, despite the fact the sun has set.
It's getting low. Oh dear. That I might not be able to help you too much with.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just trying to figure it out myself.
Thank you, Twitch bots. I always appreciate that. You two, CJ, you're currently only streaming to YouTube, right?
Yes.
You will experience a lot of bots on the other platforms. I mean,
so I have
it may still
heard.
be worth it. It's certainly, if you want to get monetized, it's certainly way easier to start on Twitch. I don't know about Kick, but at least for Twitch, because the barrier to entry for getting monetized is much lower, but it has its own grand set of issues as well.
What's the barrier for Twitch?
Let's see, for just the basic, it's 50 followers. The big one is getting 4 average viewers for 30 days. That's the tricky one. Because I'm at everything that's necessary except for that, for getting into it's either partner or affiliate, whichever is the lower of the two.
Okay.
But it's all that you need for just the basic stuff. Of course, Twitch isn't my main platform, so I haven't optimized the stream for that. It's just how it is. It's probably not a good thing, but I was actually considering switching over from Twitch to Kick anyway. Now the revenue share on Kick is the greatest of the 3 of those. It's 95-5. Unless it's changed, you get 95% of it and Kick gets 5%. So it's YouTube is 70-30, Twitch is 50-50, unless you have a contract that enables it to go higher than that.
My question to my initial speculation with that is, how new is Kick? Like, how long has it been around?
It's certainly the newest of the 3. I want to say it's a couple of years old. The biggest issue with Kick is the lack of people that are on it as viewers. I mean, it still has people that are on it now, but by virtue of being the newest and trying to compete in that space, it might be harder in that respect. But it's also less saturated.
There's a really good, I believe, a Folding Ideas video about this, but these platforms are not your friends, and any advantage that they give you generally, a lot of times, in many cases, will only exist for as long as they are still small and starting up, and then once they get bigger, they'll shift into more profit focused mindsets. And that split sounds like it'll be the first thing to change.
It may very well be. Once they have you on, then either you might be incentivized to stay on anyway because, sunk cost fallacy, or they'll have enough people that don't mind that will stay on anyway that they can get away with it.
Yeah.
I would be. I don't know. When you're a new platform or a new product or a new service in an established field where those already exist, it's not sufficient just to do the same as those others, because then you're having to overcome the inertia that that other service product company has, where they already have people that are with them, so they might as well stay with them. You have to actually be a better product in order to outcompete those. And
Yeah.
I think that's the sell here. Hey, we want to get streamers on the platform. How do we do that? Give them a really good share. We're not just doing we're Twitch, but with a more profitable or a more streamer focused share for you. You might very well be right that it not only may it not last, but this may be something as soon as they get big, they switch it up. I'm not sure how they would maybe hmm, because they're an American company, they're subject to American contract law, and that might make it a bit trickier in some respects for the people that are already established. But for the people that are not, the new people at the very least, they might see less favorable rates, especially once if it won't happen, but if Kick were ever to go, not Kick, Twitch were ever to go away, now their direct competition, YouTube isn't direct competition, is gone.
YouTube is doing its own thing.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube is to streaming what Nintendo is to console gaming. They're kind of just doing their own thing. They're not directly competing against Sony and Microsoft. They're on their own, doing their own thing. Although
They get so
Nintendo
much
is
money
actually
from
a great
video ad
example.
revenue anyway.
Yeah, Nintendo is, I think, a pretty decent example of this because when Nintendo was failing, when the Wii U was going awfully, they had a free online service. There was no charge for it. With the Switch, however, Switch Online uh, does have a cost, a monthly cost, or you can do monthly or annual. So once the company was doing better, the system changed, or they anticipated doing better. The system changed. Of course, the Wii U was the last console where they had Iwata and I think Reggie. Yeah, Reggie was on for the Switch, but for part of its duration, part of its life. But that was the last time that Iwata was. He passed away some time ago. God, he passed away almost 10 years ago, didn't he?
Yeah. Nintendo was never the same.
Yeah. The common criticism is that once he did, his whole shtick is that he was the CEO, but he was also a gamer. And then once the company moves into business hands that aren't also gamers, the focus, the company culture shifts, or at least the business trajectory shifts.
And that's basically what happened. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Still got other devs on there, so they still make good games, but
yep. I I don't play very much. I mean, obviously, I don't play much Nintendo stuff these days. The From what little I have played and the word I hear is that that might be starting to shift, which might just be a matter of the developers that used to be the powerhouses that were there starting to age out and new teams. They're also doing more, having third parties make the games, which might
well,
give you some spotty results.
what games do you think of when you think it's starting to shift? Because if it's Pokemon, that's
No, no.
mostly a Game Freak problem.
Mario Kart World is the big. It is both one that sells extremely well and kind of a hot mess, and it is one of those rug pull games as well, where they changed some pretty significant features after it had already been bought, specifically related to
Oh
the
yeah. Oh
maps
my
that are
god.
available to you when you connect
Yeah.
online. Yeah, it's not Nintendo, it's Game Freak, but Scarlet and Violet is also what if Sword and Shield but worse, at least as far as the soundness of the gameplay is concerned. I like clipping into walls and having people walk in front of me through the Pokemon in the middle of a battle and showing off your game that you want to become an esport, having duplicated grandmas and students on the field or on the edge, stuff like that. It's quality control feels like it's off, but that's not directly
Yeah.
Nintendo, even though they have a share in Game Freak and yeah, Pokemon.
On
Anyway,
the Switch
yeah.
2, Scarlet and Violet is actually one of my favorite Pokemon games.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a
Just
pretty
because
substantial difference. Oh, yeah, sorry.
it
Let me. Yeah.
completely fixes the problems with performance, and without the performance problems, the only issues left, well, most of the issues left are the graphics that just aren't very good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look
Fair.
particularly good.
There's this
And
one.
I have
Too bad.
There's this
but-
one small ant clip where he's like He's like flying around. I'm pretty sure it's Scarlet and Violet. He's flying around and he's like, he's. I think he was like kind of just fed up with the graphics. He's like, let me just pull up Breath of the Wild so we can all take a look at the difference. And it really is like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's something to be said. I think if it's the case that they fixed a lot of the glitches that were there early on, other than the graphics, the actual gameplay itself, I mean, not the story mode, but the actual game, I actually rather like, even though I don't like Nintendo as a company and where Game Freak's trajectory is, the actual battles themselves, I mean, I play Pokemon competitively. I have to like the battling side of it. The actual
Yeah.
campaign itself is really easy. They gave up on the rival having the type that beats yours and all that jazz. And, you know, the actual story side of it feels like it's cheap as well, but the gameplay itself is still on a solid foundation, I
Oh
find.
my gosh, there's a
Or at least
fox
the
stuck in a
multiplayer
spider
of it.
web. No, I need to
Hey!
save
Oh, no.
you.
You can't save, you can't save her. You can't fix her.
The
Ah.
campaign definitely is easy, and it has been getting easier with each generation. But I would like to say that I wouldn't say that it has ever been not easy. I haven't found any Pokemon game to not be easy, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
think
Art.
part of that's probably just
So,
banked knowledge.
Yeah. And we're also nerds. We think systematically in such a way that a more casual fan might not. Or, you know, we're adults, and these are games that are often made for the 10-year-olds that they get to imagine. You know, that there's a
Yeah.
reason that Ash is always 10 years old. You play a 10-year-old going out in the world to catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's
I
made
don't
for
have-
that audience. Yeah?
and I don't have any issue with the Pokemon campaigns being easy. They are kids' games. Adults
And I
can play
will
them
say-
too. It is fun.
True.
Anyone can play them, but it is a kid's game, and it doesn't have to be hard, and it just isn't. It has
Yeah.
never been. At least in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
I think even if the other thing that I think about the Pokemon games having issues is that a lot of those issues, like it's still like the gameplay is never going to be the problem because they use the same gameplay for basically all the games. It's still Pokemon at the end of the day, so the gameplay is always going to be fine. Thus, you kind of have to look at the other parts of the game to tell if it's good or not. If it's a good
I would-
Pokemon game or not.
I would kind of agree with you, except Legends Arceus and Legends ZA do actually do something different with the formula.
Well, those are spin-offs,
Yeah.
so it's kind of
Yeah.
different.
They almost could be mainline games, though. Honestly, the quality is maybe
Quality-wise, yeah.
better than a mainline game.
Yeah, quality-wise,
don't
yeah,
disagree.
but
Yeah,
they are spin-offs.
yeah. For the actual mainline
Whether they're
stuff,
spin-offs isn't
it is
really
the
about
same.
quality.
Yeah. Maybe the spin-offs are there to make the mainline ones feel a little bit more fresh. I mean, the actual answer is to make money, but as an added effect, maybe making those feel a little bit more fresh because it is the same formula. Insert me talking about how Power World is cool for another reason. It does something different. So if you play a lot of Pokemon, now you're playing Arc, but it's a creature catcher. But there's also you can battle with them. There's a breeding simulator. It's an open world game, so there's that exploration to it. I rather like Power World. I like Power World more than any Pokemon game I've played, and I like the heck out of Gen 3 is my favorite regular mainline Pokemon gen. Of course. It's the Rayquaza simp likes Gen 3 the most. The guy who tries to make Rayquaza work, and Rayquaza is not a thing. Don't actually do it. It doesn't work. Oh dear.
I freed the
Rayquaza.
fox.
Oh. Was it on
Story-wise,
fire?
I actually
He's
think,
just stuck in a spider web.
Yes,
I
Tim,
actually think
story-wise?
Scarlet and Violet is pretty solid story-wise too.
Oh. Yeah, it might be. I don't know the story for a lot of the more recent gens. I couldn't tell
It
you
actually
anything
has
about
a
8 except for Eternatus is a thing and Zacian and Zamazenta have to stop it. But aside from
mhm,
that, I couldn't tell you about Gen 7
yeah.
either. What do you like about it? Tell us your
Um,
thoughts.
Scarlet Violet is split into three different main story paths that branch together into the end, being uh, the gym battle line, the Titan hunt line, and the Starfall Operation Starfall storyline. Which the gym battle line is basically just you fight the gym battles and you fight your rival a couple times, um, and that's about it for there. It's fun. It's not very interesting story wise, but it's a little more of that in the other two. Next one
Yeah.
is Titan Hunt. You go around hunting Titan Pokemon, essentially boss battles. You
Yeah.
fight with Arven, extra big Pokemon. Wow, and
Yeah. I've
it's
seen a
pretty
few of
easy
those.
since it's a single Pokemon. You can debuff them, buff yourself, whatnot.
Heavy?
So
Yeah.
it's pretty
It's
easy.
okay.
But the story is that Arven's dog is sick. You gotta get the Herba Mystica that the Titan Pokemon are guarding to heal his sick dog. It's very heartfelt. His
Oh.
dog is a Mabostef.
It's
Oh, I've
just a
seen that before.
little further from here.
Yeah,
Oh.
We cannot pass the
and
purple mountains.
the Starfall Street storyline is that there's the quote-unquote evil team, and they're not exactly evil. They're not even close to evil. They're a bunch of outcasts
Which
who,
is
at the beginning of the game, seem like the bully group. They're trying to
still
recruit
hurts a
more
bit.
students into into Team Star. They're picking on students and whatnot. You go around to different Team Star bases, defeating the leaders of each base to eventually get to fight the big boss of Team Star to have Team Star disband. And
Is this
what you
the
eventually.
is this where the vehicles that look like they have a lot of they play a lot of music or what? Is this where
Yeah,
I don't know. I can see it in my
yeah,
head, but kind of. Yeah,
yeah,
that's where that's
it
from.
does. Yeah. So the thing there is that Team Star was originally formed by a friend group of bullied students who wanted to get back at their bullies, and so they made the Starmobiles and they scared the bullies so bad they left school, and they were blamed for that because they did do it. They did
Yeah.
scare them that bad. So
Ooh.
and ever since then they've been seen as the bullies, and so it turns out that the person who's been helping you fight Team Star turned out to be the big boss of Team Star, who just wanted the team disbanded so that they wouldn't be kicked out of school for being
Oh,
delinquents.
of course. Of course.
And so after those three storylines are
Huh.
completed, you head into Area Zero, which is the big crater in the middle, where it turns out that Arven's dad/mom, depending on game version, uh, died some time ago, is currently an AI in a robot body that looks identical to his mom/dad. Uh,
Oh.
the legendary you've been writing on, there's another one that the professor has. Um, the professor the professor's goal was opening a portal to the future/past game
Oh,
versions.
because yeah, gamers, yeah.
Yeah, and uh, essentially the future/past paradox Pokemon came out of there, and
Yeah.
we have to stop that because, of course, the paradox Pokemon are too dangerous. They would overrun Paldea, destroying the ecosystem and whatnot. The AI is there to prevent that. We have to battle the AI, close the time portal thingy, and that's it.
Okay. That's that's it, but that's a good bit.
Yeah.
That's a good. Huh. That's
Yeah.
that's a little bit more than I feed my motorcycle sandwiches and it turns them into eaten sandwiches. That's a little bit more than that.
Yeah. There's more detail to it and whatnot, but just quick explanation.
Sure.
I find it a more solid story than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield has been clowned on for not having a very great story. It's
If you want
essentially.
to keep talking for a sec, I unfortunately need to take a quick break, so I will be back in just a minute. But feel free to keep going.
As I heard it,
CJ's
Sword
okay
and
with it.
Shield's story was basically dude wants to save the environment, but because like some celebrity said, I'm not going to talk about that right now, he basically lost his scrap and decided to end the world.
Uh, no.
No?
Not. Well, not quite. The mayor wants to solve the energy crisis that's gonna happen 10,000 years from now. So he decides to use Dynamax energy for it, which comes from Eternatus. The champion, I would guess that's the celebrity you're talking about, doesn't agree with it because the Dynamax energy spreading all over the regions, causing random Dynamax Pokemon to rampage, and so it's basically just the mayor wants to solve the energy crisis that hasn't happened yet, and he goes about doing that in a pretty dumb way. That's about it.
Okay.
It leads into the climax being Eternatus Gigantamaxes. We get the Sword and the Shield doggo to help out. We capture Eternatus, and the day is saved.
Yeah, it's still pretty dumb. Energy crisis 10,000 years from now. Right. This is like a couple decades from now, I might buy it, but 10,000 years? Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I remember that number correctly, but it's the energy crisis of the future, basically.
Yeah, I mean, not that the energy crises are not a problem. It's just like that seems pretty far away from for anyone to actually care about it.
Yeah. He's trying to solve an issue that isn't here yet, earlier than we need to be able to. And he's doing it by trying to contain a legendary that's causing Pokemon to rampage like crazy all over the region.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
Until
like...
that legendary blows up its containment and goes crazy.
Yeah, no. That seems dumb.
Actually, I don't know the story of Gen 7. I haven't played Sword and Moon. Not Sword and Moon. Sun and Moon. I watched the anime though, but I'm guessing it's different because it's the anime.
Yeah, it
Different
always is.
continuity.
The anime has this wonderful little character called Ash Ketchum.
Yep. The anime, to my knowledge, tends to be somewhat similar, but not the same.
Yeah. That is believable. Where is...
Meanwhile, Gen 6 was clowned on for being way too easy, because it is very easy. You get a free Mega Evolution after, what, the third gym? Something like that, third or fourth, I don't remember. until it
Alright.
suddenly becomes extremely hard in the Elite Four.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, hey. Got something to eat real quick. Hopefully, maybe totally definitely. Oh, I can take away the "will be right back" now. There we go. I heard about it getting really hard in the Elite Four. Was that because Cynthia's? Well, she's the champion. Okay, bad
I
joke.
was talking about Gen 6. Gen 6 is clowned on for being very easy because free Mega Evolution since like the 3rd or 4th gym. So,
Right.
yeah, and so it's extremely easy until the Elite Four, where it suddenly scales up immensely.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I played, and also I can't be very objective since it was my first ever Pokemon game.
Fair enough. Was it? Do trainers not typically? I guess trainers don't typically do Mega Evolutions back at you, right? Do
Yeah,
gym
there is
leaders at
no.
least?
There's no, not even the gym leaders. The only Mega I think is the champion and Lysander. Lysander has a Mega Gyarados, and the champion has a Mega Gardevoir, I think. And those are the only Megas, which is one of the big problems. No one uses Megas other than you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
I
make
can see
things
what that would do then.
easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Gen 6 is also what gave us Xerneas, and Xerneas is a war crime. You know where that's going.
Yep.
Competitively, Xerneas is pretty miserable to play again. Hold on.
Yep.
I'll be back in another 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Screw it. Never mind. I will not, because that's what this here is for. This painting stuff. Washing my brush off. Ish fine. Ish fine. No, it's fine. Okay, never mind. I will be right back.
Turns out talking is enough of a debuff to not be able to kill Genichiro.
Just lose to Genichiro?
Yeah, whenever I'm speaking, I lose to Genichiro because I apparently can't focus enough.
Tragic.
He does do enough damage that missing one hit can be enough to kill me. He can kill me pretty quick if I mess up, but he just it just doesn't happen very often because he's just not that dangerous, I guess.
Yeah. He is not. That he is not.
Back 2.0.
Welcome back again.
Hey. And somehow the view count went up when I was gone. I wonder how that happened. Okay.
Strange.
No. Good to see you new folks. Hi, I'm T1 Glycerol. I totally know what I'm doing. I'm getting something to eat real quick before I get back to painting.
Yeah.
So, although I won't be doing too terribly much more. Oh, and then it goes down when I get back. That's amazing. And life is just funny like that.
Yeah. I am probably gonna call it pretty soon here myself, though, both for the stream and for this call with you guys, because, like I said, I'm doing a lot of driving tomorrow, and I don't want to do that while tired.
Man, this is the longest. I was going to say stream, but you're not streaming, at least not on YouTube.
I'm streaming.
Emery Dream?
Yeah. I have. Don't tell me it's been private this whole time. I'm gonna murder myself.
I went to go and try to look for your stream, to like and all that jazz. And then
Why does YouTube default it to private visibility?
you can shift what the default is, but yeah, it does do that.
I need to figure out why it's defaulting it to private. Well, it's public now.
So there are a couple of options that you can use to get around that. Upload defaults, of course, is one in the settings, but another is if you schedule your streams, when you reuse settings, it will reuse whatever you had previously, which is, public. It reuses all of your settings except for whether you stream to the shorts feed and latency, which it sets to normal by default.
Settings. I'm looking through. I'm like, I need to figure this out now. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget about it, and it's gonna happen again.
You'll do a whole Minecraft stream, and no one will know what you said. No one will ever know. It'll be lost media. We'll only know about it from your hearing.
Users age 13 to 17. Well, oh my God, I'm not. Jesus Christ.
He's 200.
No, older.
Older?
Older.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Try 4.5 billion.
Billion. $1
older.
billion. All right, he's actually got the elf age. What's up?
I'll probably hang out however long you guys are, because I'm gonna stay awake for quite a while.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay awake to shift my schedule forward, because I have a doctor's appointment I have to be awake for.
Yep, fair enough. But for folks who don't know, Tim is Norwegian. He's about 6 hours ahead of me. So this is it's the line between his morning and night, I suppose. Well, I mean, it's your morning, but
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yep, 6 hours. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the summer, that's pretty solidly morning up there.
Well,
I say that
the sun
because
comes up.
There's some people that consider 12:01 a.m. to be morning. So I give that clarification.
Visibility, public, default, set. Never again.
Yay. Never again. Oh, don't worry. If you're like me, you'll find a new technical issue every single stream.
That explains why you never showed up.
Yep. Sorry.
No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's my fault.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Well, now it's public. I guess it'll be public for anyone who wants to look at it after the fact. Oh, did the game just... Something happened in the game because I wasn't watching. I think it just was too late. Oh yeah, we rolled over into the next day. Must have hit midnight. Alright, well, I mean, that's as good a time as any. It's the save points right here. Well, this has been a very adorable and cute game.
Oh, it is adorable.
I know, right? Look at the pixel art is absolutely wonderful.
Aww.
I can also show you quickly. Little fox person was there, but the person Aurora Borealis was like just down here.
At this time of day.
Yeah. Here she is.
Hey, for the folks that are here, give me just another minute. I'm just finishing eating, and then I'll get right back to it. Right back to painting.
Yeah. This is Aurora. Anyway.
Here's
Aurora. What was your channel name again?
Emery Dream.
Emery. Dream.
Emmy.
Sounds like a Japanese person trying to pronounce the word Emily.
It actually is I don't know, how do I describe it? It is like a bodging of the spelling slash pronunciation of the Japanese word for sleep, I believe. One of the Japanese words for sleep. It's
Can you spell
like
it again?
Emery.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think the Japanese word for one of them is like memory. I sort of just took that, changed it up a bit to make it sound a bit more like a name, and then just put dream on the end.
CJ, you were at the moment that it was 11 o'clock in real life for you and I. It was 11 in the game as well. Now that was 11 a.m. instead of p.m., but I just found that kind of neat that they lined up like that.
Yeah. Anyway, let me save again.
Yeah, that is cute.
It's a very cute game. Maybe next time you guys can actually watch it. Early days. We're just chalking this up to early days. Next time.
I can't
next
use that
time for
excuse
sure.
anymore.
No, you cannot. Next time for sure. Unfortunately, actually another thing, I will probably not be streaming until middle of next week, because I will be down with friends. I mean, if they are fine with me streaming in their basement while they're both there, like that, if they're okay with that, I might do a stream. But I assume that they would probably rather me, do activities with them as opposed to activities in their proximity.
Because you say they, and English doesn't have a widely accepted singular third-person gender-neutral pronoun, at least American English doesn't, I don't know if you're referring to one person or more than one person.
So that's the funny bit. Because regardless of if I was talking about one, it is two individuals, but they is the proper pronoun for both of those individuals.
It just works out.
So regardless of which of the two I am referring to, it is they either way. Or it's they for one of them. I think the other one is he, him, or they, them. I need to ask.
Okay. That's a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not pulling my leg?
No. One of them definitely goes by them. They, them. Anyway.
A funny little thing about English, you have... Oh, you were going to say something first?
No, I'm just...
Because I'll be in a sec.
Wrap-up speech. Calling it here. This has been fun. I'll need to play it again.
Thank your chatter.
Thank my one chatter. Oh no, there's two. There's two people in this stream. Tim, is that you? Yeah. I knew it. Well, thank you to my two chatters and people in voice call, totally unrelated to each other, not spoofing my views at all. What?
Hey, what? No. What? I would never.
Where's the J, definitely not Jesus person, and where are they?
Coming to support. That's
Alright.
Oh, up in heaven, I think, right?
Yeah. When Easter just happened, so they should have just come back.
The Alucard, if you're familiar with Helsing, on the side of one of his guns, it says "God is in heaven."
Oh,
That's what that reminded me of. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that anime. I would usually watch it like once a year. I need to go back and watch it again.
I remember still Alexander Anderson when he approaches them in the museum. Ask of me, and I shall give ye the heathen for thine inheritance, and for their possession the ends of the earth. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a
such a good
vessel.
anime.
It is. Be wise now, therefore, ye kings. Be admonished, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness, and tremble with fear. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye cast by the way, though his wrath be kindled but a little. It's like those people that memorize the biblical quote in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Well, and on that
and
note...
I will strike down. Alright.
On that wonderful note, I will see you all next time. Probably sometime next week. We'll see.
Okay.
Well,
take care, man.
Yeah. See y'all next time.